Hey y'all, welcome to episode 43 of Fun Zone. My name is Nordista Freeze. I am your host, and I'm really excited for today. The artist I'm about to bring on, his name's Sam Soto. I don't believe we've ever met in person, but I've been listening to his music, and it is unbelievable. So I'm excited to talk to him and learn more about his story and what he's working on right now. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm so excited right now. Sam Soto. What's up, dude? You're sideways for me for some
Oh
reason.
no! Hey, let me see. Uh, I'm here.
Dude, what's up? Wow, it's perfect. What's going on, man?
What up, dude?
Dude, it's great to officially meet you, I think, right? I don't know if we've
I
ever
know, I
crossed
know.
paths before.
Finally,
Do you live here in Nashville?
I do. Yes, I'm in my little studio in my backyard. Yeah, I'm out
Oh,
here in East Nashville. Represent.
cool, man. It's really good to meet you. I've been listening to your music and it is just like unbelievably good. Like
Damn,
genuinely
dude.
just amazing. I'm like
Damn.
really stoked to be talking to you. So,
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, dude. I've been watching you from behind all the social medias for a while. I think like, oh man, I'm so excited, dude. You're like one of the most entertaining people. I feel like I've been watching like, I've been like, damn, you got all these shows, you got all these songs. Everybody knows who Nordista Freeze is. Like,
right
here he
on,
is.
man.
Here's the myth, the legend.
Dude, that means so much, man. I appreciate you saying that. I mean, it's been it comes in waves, but man, lately it's been discouraging being in quarantine, being off the road.
Right.
I get man, it hurts really bad sometimes, So I appreciate the
Yeah.
encouragement. You inspire me to keep going and not,
Oh, dude.
lay around. So
Well, same, dude. You inspire me. I feel like you're always on a roll. I don't know. Maybe
thank
I'm
you,
wrong,
man.
but
Dude, your outfit looks great. Your hair looks great. You're inside a massive space. So is this like a garage at your house or something? Like some sort of
yeah,
massive
here
space?
I can show you around a little if you want.
Dude, that would be awesome.
All right, check this out. This
This
is
is
like
sick.
the craziest thing. Check
Whoa.
this out. I don't know if I'm gonna do this right. I got this like whole structure out here.
Whoa, dude.
Isn't that crazy? I don't even
Yeah,
know.
this is
But
beautiful.
and then you walk in, you put a little carpet down, got a little drum set. This is where I'm sitting right now. We got a mirror,
Oh my gosh.
and we're kind of soundproofing it a little bit. I don't know. You probably don't know him, but I don't know if you know Will Lipchick. He's a painter,
Cool. No,
and
I don't. That's awesome.
got some crazy pieces.
That's what's
Um,
up, dude.
but yeah, we're just kind of there. I am. I feel like a dad with a phone. I'm like fumbling around, but yeah, this place it was like mostly already built when we got the place, so it's been a huge blessing to be able to house all our crazy gear. Me and my brother and one of my good friends and manager Anthony, we all live
Oh, no
together.
way.
So
Your brother and your manager and you.
yes, it gets crazy.
Dude, that is crazy. Wait, all right. Have you and your brother, y'all from here originally or where'd y'all move
No,
from?
no, I'm from Santa Barbara, California, um,
Whoa.
and that's where I grew up. And yeah, I moved here 4 years ago to go to Belmont University
Oh,
and
word.
finish
Okay.
up. Yeah, I'm one of them Belmont boys.
Yeah, I bet we know a lot of the same people then. I didn't go to Belmont, but
Yeah.
a lot of good homies who went there.
Oh
That's
yeah.
cool, dude. Did your brother go there as well? Are y'all twins? Y'all moved here together?
We like to tell people we're twins, but he is not my twin. No. He went to Belmont for a semester and then I graduated. He dropped out and I think he's going back to school in California, but it was kind of perfect timing because I mean he dropped out right when all this stuff happened.
Yeah,
So, you know,
that's
not
cool.
spending too much money on school, but yeah.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. So you've been here for 4 years, I guess you say. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years. It feels like feels like 10 years almost, but
Yeah, dude, how does it feel? You've already made it. You've got this beautiful space and you're making great
oh
music.
my
In a
gosh.
sense, you must feel accomplished.
Oh, I would. I do. I'm so grateful for everything I have, but it is still difficult to feel encouraged by that every day. But yeah,
Yeah.
it is fun. We've made some crazy music already here. So
Yeah, how long have y'all lived in this space?
only since quarantine really. A little
Whoa.
bit after, probably like June, I think. Yeah.
Wow, man. So you haven't even really felt up the party potential or anything. Just been
No,
creative.
I know. It's a great place to do a little live show too out here in my backyard, but
Yeah.
I don't know about that right now.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, that's cool, man. Are you have you been able to like make music during quarantine? Are you feeling inspired? What's been going on since you moved in here?
um yeah, I've been making so much music.
Whoa, cool.
I It was interesting at the beginning of quarantine. My dad called me, and I think everyone kind of dealt with quarantine differently, but for me I was like, oh, like holy shit, this is the end of the world, this is crazy. Like I was like, I'm just gonna watch this all from my couch and just get fat and like watch the world burn. And then my
Yeah.
dad called me and he's like, he said he said he's like, this quarantine is gonna go on for quite a while. Like he was kind of predicting all these things that ended up happening,
Wow.
and he was like, you have a choice right now to sit back and kind of waste your life away because you can, and everyone can get unemployment, everyone's just messing around playing video games, or you can go and use this time to win and to work hard and do
Wow.
what you want to do. And so I was like, wow. So that's kind of what I've been trying to focus on.
Whoa, man.
I've been having some sort of fun, every day, every week, but I've just been trying to get better and work hard. And
Yeah.
I mean, for a recording artist, I feel like if you have some sort of home setup, this is kind of like the dream situation.
Yeah.
You just get to sit at home, write music, make songs, and be with your friends. So I know so many people have had awful situations this year, and that's crazy to me. But I've been very, very lucky to just have everything I need to make music and do my thing at home. So
Straight up. That's
yeah.
cool, man. That's cool. Was listening to your music even right before this. I was jamming to your music that's on Spotify, and you've got an amazing knack. Like you sound great. Everything about the music is like the full package. It's just like so fun and such great songs. Is that stuff that
And
the music that's out right now? Um, is that stuff that you create at home, or is that you have a team you're working with here in town to create this music?
yeah, there's so many people who help me do anything.
Cool.
um, Off the top of the dome, Blake Ruby, Tate Gardner,
Word.
Anthony, Andrew O'Hare. Um, there's so many other people. Chris Donlin.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, just a bunch of people. I mean, you might not know all those people, but maybe they'll watch this. Who
I know
knows?
some of
And
them. Yeah.
yeah, those are all some of my best friends out here, and they've done so much to help me put together all these songs. So, I generally write most of the lyrics and melody, and I put together like a really strong demo, and then we all kind of tackle it and try stuff. And well, I guess except for the last two songs I put out were fully or almost fully me.
Wow.
But
Recorded
but
here?
yeah, yes, yes, in different people's houses for the most
Oh,
part.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Blake Ruby, you said, right?
My boy,
I don't know if I've ever met him in person, but I know that isn't he like from Baltimore maybe or
he's from Maryland. Yeah,
Maryland?
I
Yeah.
was actually out there a lot this year.
Cool. Okay,
Um,
sick.
yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
he's from Maryland, and I met him in my freshman dorm at Belmont.
Whoa.
Pretty crazy. And he would always just come and sit on my couch. And I'd like come back from class. He'd already be in my room just like playing guitar or something.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
he's incredible, man. He's one of the most proficient people in every instrument that I've ever met, and he's working on some stuff. So watch out, it's coming.
Yo, cool. Okay, awesome.
Crazy.
Well, maybe we can bring him on here sometime. I'd love to talk to him about that.
Yeah,
That's
dude, shoot him
awesome.
a DM or something.
Yes, I straight up should. So I've been.
Oh, actually, real quick though,
Go ahead.
he takes his Instagram down like every other month, so he might be fully off this time. I don't really know.
Really?
But
Let's check it out.
just keep searching for him, and if he comes up, give him a quick DM before he takes it down. He's elusive.
That's kind of cool. Kind of makes
Yeah.
you want to get in touch with him even quicker. That's funny. It's like supply and
Yeah.
demand or something.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. That's cool. I've been kind of for the first time in my life, I've been like listening to this podcast run by these guys in LA, and they're talking with a lot of their friends. And for the first time, I'm finally beginning to realize there's like a big, I mean, obviously there is, but kind of realizing what's so attractive about Los Angeles. And I'm curious, as a person who is from California, what made you want to fly all the way over here and be a part of
Right.
Nashville culture as opposed to something like LA that's a little bit closer?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Well, I when I was growing up, I had one or two friends whose I wouldn't say their dads were in the music industry, but their dads were interested in music at some level or another. So I learned a couple things pretty quick, and like pretty quickly I realized, like, I was able to understand that like LA, Nashville, New York, like that's where you want to go for music, at least to start out, or something like that, if you don't have a good spot at your or a good culture like in your hometown. So that's kind of what was in my mind growing up. So when I was thinking about colleges or where I wanted to go, it was always kind of those three cities in the back of my mind. But I think the main reason I ended up going to Belmont is because, well, one, probably in like maybe not the happiest way, I really just wanted to get out of my house, and not my family's great, but I was just a troubled young kid who was like, I want to leave and never come back.
Right.
And then also I knew that I loved California so much that if I stayed, I'd never leave,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing, but a lot of my friends are that way. So, or kind of, just doing their thing in California. So I just wanted to see the world. I'd never been further east than Chicago. And I've been to most states now east of the Mississippi, I think.
Wow.
In the last
Cool.
4 years. I've just been trying to like see everything and go around. I don't think I've actually been to Mississippi. I think that's the one I haven't been to.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
one or two more. So,
Wait, doing music or just like traveling? Do you just do a lot of road trips?
just running around, yeah. I mean,
Cool.
both. But the first 2 years, I was just like, I had met all these people. Like my roommate was from Boston, and Blake's from Maryland, and
Right.
so I would just go see all my friends, and then we'd run around together. So I just love exploring and seeing new places. Like, oh, yo, sorry, I'm totally sidetracking now, but have you seen? This is the best quarantine find, dude. Have you seen these like city walkthroughs that people do?
No.
Okay, people will put on like they'll put on like these HD camera, like body cams that are like stabilized, so there's not like bouncing and stuff, and they'll just walk through cities. Like, that's pretty
Whoa.
much it. But like, I can't travel. No one can really travel, so me and my brother will just put them on and watch like Florence, or like my favorite is Tokyo because I've never been. I want to go. and you go
Yeah.
like Russia. Like you can like virtually travel.
Whoa.
It's pretty crazy. You just
Yeah,
put them on and
yeah.
like
That's
I don't
so
know. You can
cool,
like
man.
walk around throughout your day and then go back. Be like, whoa, look at that cafe, and I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Man, I bet that would give me such a more accurate idea of places before traveling there. There's so many places
Yeah,
that I want to
yeah.
go to, and I just have no idea what it
Oh
would be
yeah,
like there.
absolutely.
Whoa, that's really cool. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, you can like literally just look. Man, the sun's like great. I got like balance.
Yeah, you do. It's right in between.
Uh, yeah. You like literally just like I don't know what's a city you want to go to someday.
I want to live in Costa Rica for like a couple months.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be
I want to
crazy.
do one of those like courses where you do like just studying a language. Like the school is only learning a language.
Oh yeah,
And it's like 10 weeks and you live there and you just jump in.
dude.
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna look up. I just want to see if they have one for Costa Rica.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. I never even thought about that.
I don't even know if there's like a. And isn't that crazy that like people do that?
Yeah,
Like if you look at some of these videos, yeah. You could do well, yeah, I think yeah, there's one in 4K. Walk
that's
through
so dope.
downtown San Jose. That's
Wow.
crazy.
My brother actually, who I live with, he actually I just remembered he sometimes I've seen him watching on our TV like a train, like it'll be like attached to a front of a train, like a 4K of a train just like traveling
Whoa.
through like different, so that's more like nature,
I
but
like that.
pretty
I
cool.
really like that
So maybe
too.
check that out too. Yeah.
I will definitely check that out. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I don't know if I'd watch these videos like if everything was open, but like what am I supposed to do? Like I'm just sitting
Yeah.
on my couch, like see the same 10 people every day.
Right.
Like it's crazy. So
It is
I gotta
crazy, man.
see the world.
I miss traveling a lot, and like for me, I do most of my traveling through music, or
Yeah.
through like my DIY kind of touring. So I haven't even really been to like I've been to the West Coast once on like a acoustic tour I did like 2 years ago, but mainly it's traveling across the eastern half of America. And
Right,
I
right.
always, my goal ever since I've been, you know, 16 or whatever, my thought was if I could book, around this area and then slowly expand and then eventually be able to do international. And I still want to do that. Um, but like with COVID, it's just been stalled
Yeah.
out pretty hard, which is frustrating because now I feel like I'm getting older and I want to, I don't know, I just still, I want to be a person who world travels. And the fact that I'm not
Yeah.
there yet is
Same.
frustrating to me, like
I
I
don't
want
know,
so
same.
badly.
Dude, I was gonna say, like that was the first thing I heard about you is one of my friends, they showed me like a tour poster, something you posted, and they're like, yo, this guy's playing like 20 shows like in like 1 month or something. And I was like, what? Like like tell me about that. Like how do you do that? Like since I've followed you, I've just watched you go everywhere. I mean, in this like South area kind of, but I feel like you got another show like every day. I love it.
Dude, I love touring more than anything in the world. And when I'm out there, I don't ever, like, since I'm the one booking the tours, I just don't book off days
Right.
because I don't get burnt out. Or, like, the thing I get burnt out on isn't the shows. Like, by 6, 7 p.m. every night, I'm ready to, like, rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Right.
The hard part is, like, traveling
Right.
or
Right.
the driving or something. So, it, like, yeah, I don't know. I just book, and it's all been on my own. I actually, as of 2020, though, have like a booking agent who helps
Woo!
me.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, and it's still pretty collaborative, but like I'm
Yeah.
still doing a lot of work, but it is helpful. We kind of book them together now, and I just love it. Yeah, the tour I was on when when quarantine hit, we were trying to play 70 shows in 70 days. It was the
Yeah,
goal.
that's what I'm talking about. Like what? Like who is Nordista Freeze? Like that's crazy.
Dude, thank you. Honestly, it also just comes out of necessity because since I'm like you, it's like I'm an artist who brings a backing band on tour, and although they're my homies and we operate like a
Right, right.
band, we're on stage and we're all friends. At the end of the day, they're all making a sacrifice to be there. Even if they want to be there, it's like a lot of them are in relationships, which I'm not usually, and definitely not now in. And a lot of
Right.
them have like jobs, which I also don't have. Um, and they also have to pay rent. Like I live with my family. So I've basically set myself up to where I can leave and never come back. But I have to respect
Right.
it. But if
Right.
they're like, yo,
Wow, that's crazy.
I can ask off for 2 weeks. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's play 15 shows. I'm just like, we
That's
got to
crazy.
get
Let's
it in.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like that always inspired me because I was like, I didn't like, I don't know. I went to Belmont, but like, how much do I really know about the music industry? I don't know. Like, but watching you do shows, I was like, damn, this guy's just doing it. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I could do it too. Like,
Cool.
so,
Yeah. Totally. I mean, I don't know anything about the industry either, which is why part of why I do it is because I just want to play shows. So I just would basically
right,
booking parties and eventually trying to get small clubs or bars to respond. And
right.
now I play like some clubs, some house shows, but still just pretty DIY across. And it's like part of that is because I don't understand the industry at all, and I don't get any attention from the industry. So
Right.
it's partly
Well,
out of
I think
necessity.
that's part of it though. Like, because coming from Belmont, like, I have all this like brain knowledge of the music industry, but like, that doesn't really mean anything. Like, you just gotta go do it. Like, just go do something. Just start. Like
Right.
I feel like that's the hardest part. Whoa.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. I do think sometimes I feel like I have taken a risky experiment on my life though, because like I now have fans in like every city. You know what I mean? Like from
Wow.
playing, we're just like from
Yeah.
playing,
You just met
and it
people
might literally
everywhere.
be two fans, but it's like
Sure.
I hope and think that like maybe in a year or two the waters will rise and it will become like
I'm gonna move over here.
that it will become like a big, national fan base that could like support me financially.
Damn.
You know what
Wait,
I
sorry,
mean?
my chair just broke.
Oh no. Is it your throne?
Yeah, my throne. I got it.
You're
All
good,
right.
dude.
I'm just trying to get out of the sun.
That works pretty well, I
All
think.
right, sorry, keep going. But yeah, you were saying
Um,
is someday it'll grow.
Yeah, like maybe like basically there's always like puddles, these fan bases, and then one
Right.
day once it rains a little bit more, like if I can make an album that gets media success or
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
or like could go on tour opening for an artist that like all those waters would rise and really create just this like really solid fan base that'll never go away, right? Because I want to
Yeah,
do music
absolutely.
forever. But I will say in the last year or two, it's felt more like I've questioned myself more because I've started having friends get signed and like get the other side of it where they're like pretty quickly playing festivals and like going on tours in Europe and stuff. And it's like,
Right.
I'm like, whoa, am I totally missing it by like doing this really slow and steady tour approach,
Right.
where I'm just meeting like all my fans I gained from literally meeting people. And I'm like, I always thought that was the answer. And I still think it might be, but I don't know. There's also something to like, I now see the benefit of like record labels and big
Yeah.
booking agencies being able to just like hook you up with massive
Totally.
exposure really quickly.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like it's definitely crazy watching different people your age or younger, like people just like, do crazy things. Um, but I don't know. I think like, what's funny is like uh around like the middle of summer, I started getting real discouraged because I was like, damn, like I'm 22. I'm like, damn, I'm so old.
Right.
Like I should be blah 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 by now. But it's like, what the heck? Like life
Hmm.
sure life is short, but also like there's so much more life to live out there. Like you have no clue what's ahead.
Totally.
Anything can happen. Like people like this is what I always tell people is like Jay-Z, um, to the best of my knowledge, he put out his first album and he was like 26, 27.
Whoa.
And Beyonce put out her first thing when she was like 16. So it's like, and then Chris Stapleton, like everybody's
Yeah.
got like a different path. I
Totally.
think I think what like maybe what doesn't help is like having a very like set like idea of like how you're gonna live, like how your life is gonna play out. Like I think that keeps a lot of people from, I don't know, growing and doing their thing, because that's what hurts me sometimes when I'm like, it has to do, like, this has to happen and that has to happen and that has to happen. But
Yeah.
like life's not really like that, you know?
Right, dude. Totally, totally. And I always like when I first started doing music, I would look at people who had like been in the game for decades and were really able to like always adapt. People like Kanye or even people older
Yeah.
like Bob Dylan who like changes the sound over and over. And I was like, man, I'm always gonna be one of those
Bob Dylan,
artists
let's
who's
go.
like, yeah, I love Dylan. I'm always gonna be one of those artists who can like adapt with whatever the modern thing is in 2020, 2030,
Right,
2040.
right.
But I will say, like, when you actually it actually is incredibly confusing to be in an industry that changes so quickly. And you're like, should I be?
Yeah,
It's like I don't actually even know what the music industry is at all. Like because
right.
what when I was 16 and I wanted to like, and I was first dipping my toes in it, it was a completely different world. Like even just in our lifetime, like from selling CDs and like,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
to
No,
now
I
this like
remember having,
social media
yeah.
game. You know?
Yeah, I remember buying or I think my parents gave it to me, like the Beatles Help CD, like like that, like I remember that. But like I would never buy that now. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy, you
right.
know?
That
I
is
Yeah.
crazy.
No, I agree. And it's moving even faster. Like TikTok, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Like
dude,
everything
totally.
all at once. Like let's go. Like it's a lot.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shit's crazy.
It is crazy. Do you are you on TikTok? Do you mess with social media a lot? How do you feel about what's your relationship with that like?
Um, I feel like anybody, I have a bittersweet uh connection to social media. But I think in the past I've been really discouraged by it. But I don't really feel that way anymore. I think I want to find, like, one of my biggest goals for next year is like I want to find out how to connect better with people online,
Yeah.
because I think people have bad experiences because they're either scared to put themselves out, or they don't know how.
Right.
But I like, let's see, like 2019, I was like off the grid for most of it. Like I had, if I posted, I would like get a friend to post for me, just
Whoa.
because I was like, I just didn't even want to, like, it like caused so much anxiety for me. I just like had it, all of it off.
Yeah.
But honestly, like after that year, I felt more disconnected from people that I cared about than ever before. And
Whoa.
so I don't know, like everybody's different. So I can't tell anybody what to do, but
Right.
my goal for next year is I want to like engage. I want to learn, like really learn how to put myself out there and like not be scared about it.
Yeah.
Cause it's scary. It's like, the worst thing that could happen is no one even cares, like
Yeah. Right.
you put something out and then like no one even pays attention. So, um, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's like, I think all, like I haven't really tried very hard this year. I feel like to like really get in there and engage with people. Like I've like put stuff out and I've tried to like be on there now and then, but I don't know if I've actually ever like tried to really like invest every day and just connect with people. Because it just sucks you in.
Yeah.
It's like suddenly you're like watching like random videos you don't even care about,
Totally.
or you're like, whoa, look at this person. But I don't know.
Yeah. All of these apps are designed to keep you on their platform
Yeah. Oh yeah.
as long as they can, and if that means like and they don't care about actually helping you succeed in any way.
No,
They just
no.
care about your screen time and really just showing you more ads and wanting you to create more on their platform. So it definitely like they're 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 a tool and they act like they're your friend, but they will suck your soul out, if they
Right.
can. They totally so it is hard to like use them without abusing your relationship with it.
Yeah, yeah. Or even like it's hard sometimes to feel well, I don't even know. My brain just
Dude,
but yes.
did you say your brother is about to leave you? He's about to move back to California for school?
Yeah, wow, I don't even remember saying that. But yeah, he is he I think so. I can't speak for him, but he's got a couple ideas about what he's doing next, potentially moving back home for a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's been here with me, helping me with music stuff and making sure I don't destroy my life.
Yeah. Is that going to be weird
He's
if
a
he
good
leaves?
brother. What?
Has he been here the whole time with you? Like, would it be pretty strange if he left? Would it be a different world?
He's been here for about a year and a couple months now. Yeah, I
Cool.
mean it'll be weird when he leaves, but it's if he does go, it's for the best. So
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of good things ahead of him. So
Um,
yeah.
what does your dad do? He sounds like an inspiring guy. The call he gave you about quarantine and hard work, it sounds like he must be a successful man.
He's actually a pastor, and
No way.
you know what's funny is like where are you from? I don't even know where you're from.
I'm from right here, from like
Okay,
South
okay,
Nashville.
right. So um, he's definitely a pastor, but I've experienced this with some of my southern friends. Like they think about they think like they have the certain image in their mind of like what a pastor is, and my dad isn't quite that. He's just like, I mean, he has a church and he like speaks to people, but like the first church he worked at was in Santa Barbara, and it was like a church full of like surfers pretty much, and like old
Whoa.
hippies. Like it was crazy. Like everybody would wear like shorts and Hawaiian shirts, and then after church we'd all like go to the beach together. Like it was pretty crazy.
Wow.
So his church looks a little bit different than that, but he's a very like fun, casual, open guy. So
Yeah. Is it a pretty big congregation?
um I actually don't know the number, but it's uh normal size.
Yeah, just kind of
It's
like
not huge, but it's
maybe
like
like 500 to 1,000 people or something.
it's probably 500,
Yeah.
I would
Cool.
say. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's cool.
But
My
the church,
my family's pastors as well. Like my grandfather,
no
my
way.
cousin, my dad's like
Wow.
is a college minister at a church. So yeah,
Oh wow. Yeah. Hey, hell yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of like I've learned so much from them and from I think a lot of what I like to do about like performing and like when I think about like speaking to people or whatever, it really means
Yeah.
to be an artist. I think it's actually pretty similar to what my granddad did with his community and with his church and speaking to those
Right.
people. And it is maybe what I do is a little bit more quote unquote performative, but they're both like putting on this like presentation and
Right.
reaching
Yeah. And
people
getting
and
people like inspired and
yeah,
pushing out positivity
totally.
and like ideas about life. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Wow, we got a little similar there. But yeah, no surfing in Nashville where we grew up going to
No,
church. So
unfortunately not.
that's
No.
cool. Do you surf a lot?
Um, no, I love surfing, but I'm not very good at it, and I don't do it that often. But I do
Yeah.
love it. And honestly, this this is probably the most California thing I could say. But I don't even love surfing. I love I love just sitting on my board like in the water. Like
Yeah.
that to me is like one of the most beautiful experiences. Like you go out at like 6 a.m. It's all like misty and it starts burning off, and like you're sitting in the water with your board, just like cold as shit. Like I hope a shark doesn't eat me today. And then the sun comes up and it's like I love that.
Wow, that does sound really nice. I've never been surfing, but that sounds very beautiful. It sounds like your relationship with surfing is similar to my favorite band, the Beach Boys, which is that they
Oh,
love writing about it and they love being on the beach and like or really just they
yep.
love the whole atmosphere and the culture, but maybe not specifically the sport even as much.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
me.
Do you miss California a lot, or
Yeah,
you want to
every
stay in
day.
Nashville for a while? What's your relationship with this city like?
Um, I well, I got a burp. Sorry.
Dude, I had to burp earlier too. I keep my mouse on the mute button. So if you ever muted, that's probably because I'm burping.
Hey, I'll keep that in mind. Um, I I love Nashville. But I don't feel like it's like very me. Not that like, I'm supposed to find like the Sam Soto city, but like uh yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting the itch to go somewhere else. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
there's that. But yes, I miss California every single day. I would love to go back, but I just want to
Wow.
be smart about it. So
Yeah. Do you feel like there's like a scene or like a community in Nashville that's helping better your music that you would lose if you went back to California?
yeah, I think I uh I don't know if I've ever felt like a part of like a very specific scene, and not because I didn't want to, just because I didn't really find a specific scene I like, but my specific group of friends, maybe that's it. Maybe I am in a scene. It's just all my friends, but my I would miss my group of friends so much. We uh, like people like Blake Ruby and Chris Donlin, like they challenge me, and Tate and all the people I mentioned earlier. They make me so much better every day. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. But as far as like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I know what you mean. It kind of is hard to define like a scene or like a movement or whatever, but it is sometimes more just like having some homies that
Right. Yeah.
help you
Yeah.
make the help you make the music and also kind of hold you accountable in a sense to where
Yeah.
they're just like your friends and they're asking about the music and they're there for you if you need it and
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
inspire you even by maybe being artists themselves,
Totally. And I
Yeah.
think like for me, I've been finding like it's taken me all this time to figure out like what I really kind of want to do and what I want to make and what I want to be. I still don't even really like know those things, but I
Yeah.
understand that better now than ever. And when I put that next to Nashville, it doesn't fully make sense, but
Yeah.
maybe it's just because I'm in quarantine and
Right.
and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
grumpy.
Well, do you I w- being a person from California and loving that culture, being in Nashville, when I try to think about other places to go, like you said, you grew up with that understanding of like Nashville, New York, and California. I mean, moving up to somewhere like Chicago or New York would be so brutal for a California boy, right? I mean, it'd be so cold and dark. Would you be interested in moving somewhere like that, or is there another place in mind that is there
um.
anywhere else that interests you in the States or anywhere?
Oh yeah. I yeah. I would love to go to New York at some point. I don't. I'm not saying I would survive it or be able to stay there for a long time, but I think that'd be so fun. Or
Totally.
Chicago. Uh. So I'm definitely intrigued by those places. I'm um like what I really love is like the Northwest. Like I love like Montana and Colorado and Idaho.
Oh yeah.
But I just that doesn't make sense to like have a music career in
Right.
in Utah,
Yeah.
So uh but I don't know, and I can see myself going to LA. I've also thought about finding some people to go with me to London or something. Like that would be crazy. Like why
Yeah.
not, Let's just go.
Right.
Let's see what happens. But
Do
I
have
don't
you
know.
ever considered okay, so this is I'm not sponsored by plugging this, but I've recently had a couple friends, even here in Nashville, who were like doing extended Airbnbs. And they've been telling me that you can basically almost for the same price as rent a lot of times find places that are
That's what I've heard.
like a month long stay in like LA or something, and you just pay, it's like fully furnished pad and you can just go live there. So, you could always like, obviously the flight would be expensive too, but you could
Right.
potentially like, try something out, like maybe find
No,
a deal
you're
like that in
totally
London,
right.
just go for a couple months or something.
Yeah, you're totally right. Can you uh can you leave the US right now? I just don't even know, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't even considered, right? Yeah, like I don't know either. I think I had a friend who just went to Italy actually to visit her boyfriend. So,
And they came back.
hmm so
Damn.
I
Well,
guess
yeah,
him and
damn.
well, actually, I
I
think
might do that.
she had like appeal to Italy, explaining that she was dating somebody, and like it had to like go before a
Right.
jury, I think, or something. She had to be like
Right, right.
accepted.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's crazy.
Dude, this is so random, but Australia is like totally open or like mostly open right now.
Wow.
Did you know that they're playing shows right now?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was talking to I had a
Wow.
like a Zoom co-write with. I know now you're like,
My brain just you just what my brain is gone now. That's crazy, dude. Can you imagine? What
hey,
if you
just
will
watch
they
that
let
in
you
real
do that?
time. Nordista Freeze lost his mind.
Yeah, dude. Like if they would let me come, just do a 2 week. I'll stay 2 weeks in like
Dude,
a
do
hotel
it.
room.
Like, do you know this is also random, but this girl Benny, who got viral on TikTok,
Like super
like,
lonely.
yeah. Like
Mhm.
she's doing shows right now in Australia,
Wow.
like big like arena shows.
Unreal,
I don't know
dude.
like the specifics of like how or why they're doing that, but she's doing it.
That is really, really cool. I'm
Yeah,
dude, my uncle works at Vanderbilt and he told me that that I'll be out touring again, by the summer. And I really hope he's right.
dude, me too, man. I want to go get crazy.
Yeah, what's your relationship like with live music? Do you like to perform? Do you want to perform more
Yeah,
outdoors?
I love performing. I feel like it's I'm sure you can relate. Like that's like the most beautiful part about music.
Yeah.
Like probably my favorite moment is like hearing a song back for the first time, like when you've made like a song that you love. But like probably tied with that, or like I don't know, is like just sharing that moment with people. You know,
Yeah, totally.
you're
Totally.
all on the same page. You're like looking at each other like all
Yeah,
sweaty, and you're like like that's crazy.
it is crazy. There's nothing like that. Have you been able to play a lot here in Nashville so far?
Yeah, I played I really only I played with I was like in Blake Ruby's band for a little bit.
Cool.
So we did a bunch of shows with him, and then last fall I really started booking stuff for myself, and we probably did like a show a week or every two
Whoa.
weeks for like most of the semester. I just think of that as a semester. So
Yeah,
like
right.
August to December or something. We probably did like 12 shows or 13 shows or something. And they weren't
That's
all like,
healthy.
yeah, it was
That's
fun.
good.
It was a challenge that we like. I'm pretty sure you inspired me. I couldn't like I have to ask Anthony because we talked about it a lot, but I remember that was like around the same time. Like I saw you, and then I was like, damn, I gotta play some shows, get out
Yeah,
there and
dude.
just do it.
It's an addiction. Once you start playing, it's like hard to stop. It's so much
Oh my
fun.
gosh, yeah,
And that's really how I got started. I just started saying yes to everything. All of a sudden, I would be playing in Nashville. Yeah, like all the time. And then that's when started getting some opportunities, like Chattanooga or Knoxville or
yeah,
whatever. And it just kind of kept growing in
yeah,
all cardinal directions.
yeah. And we had a small like DIY tour set up to go from here to California in May.
Whoa. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I think it was in May,
Dude, that
and
would have
then
been
we
sick.
couldn't do it.
I hope you
But we
still
were
get to
gonna
do
go to
that.
like we're gonna go to Missouri. We're gonna try to play in Denver, and then we're gonna try to play. I don't even know, but
I know that route.
California a couple.
Yeah, I did that one time, like just acoustic by myself, and
Damn.
those drives were so long, and I
Yeah,
lost so
very
much more
long,
money than I expected. I lost literally every dollar I owned on gas, but it was so
dude.
fun.
Yeah, this is okay. This is the scary thing people don't realize. I don't know much about the East Coast, so I can't speak for that. But like West Coast gas is literally two times the price.
Yes, dude.
So you just
Yes.
like on the way there, like me and my brother drove from there to here at the beginning of the year, and we were like, don't get gas till like we have to, because we just watched
Yeah.
the prices tick down from like 4.2 to like the threes, and then something a little more normal. But
Right.
isn't
Right.
that crazy?
It is crazy, and also one thing that I knew on paper but didn't really calculate, um, which is probably pretty dumb. But most of the Southeast touring is you're going to be traveling 3 to 4 hours to get to a city, maybe a little less. And then you think about like Northeast, it's like maybe more like 2 hours. Like, but the West Coast, even you to get to the next city over, and you think about these cities being close to each
Right.
other, but it's like 7 hours to get to the
Oh
next
yeah.
city.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Well,
It's just
dude,
crazy.
this is what's funny. Like, people in Nashville, see, I'm used to that. So like,
Yeah.
for me, driving 30 minutes, driving an hour somewhere is like nothing. Like, I'll go down to LA, which is like 2-3 hours. I'll just go there for a day sometimes, like drive
Wow.
there and back with my brother. Or yeah, I literally did that like this year. Um, but like, you come here because everything's so close. Fair enough, like
Yeah.
it's like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna drive 30 minutes to go to your house.
Right.
But like, I'm like, me and my brother, at least, we're used to driving like all these distances. Because
Yeah,
true, things are
totally.
just spread out there.
Totally. Yeah. And then on top of that, like you said, gas being so expensive, you can really run dry. It definitely, I will say, I would find it hard to believe that anywhere else is a better place to like tour, especially like on a DIY level than Nashville, like where you're the one making the
No, I
drives,
I I'd probably agree. Yeah,
We're so close to so many cities. You just
everything. Yeah.
like even here's a crazy thing. Within if you go 8 hours north, you can be in Chicago. If you go 8 hours like southeast, you can be in Charleston, South Carolina, I
Wow.
think. And then also I think New Orleans is also only like 8 hours. It's like just all these crazy.
Yeah,
You can get
yeah.
so many places within
Well, it's
short
like
amount of
two
time.
hours and you're in Kentucky. Like,
Right.
that's crazy. For me, like, I grew up right on the coast, California. So it's like, I don't even know. Like, is it 4 hours to get out of the state from there or something? Maybe
Probably,
it's
dude.
3.
I've only done it
Maybe it's
once.
5. I don't even know. But I'd never done. I haven't done it very much, very
Yeah.
often.
Dude, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool that you also like to travel so much. Where would you like to you said Tokyo is a place you really dig. I was wondering, is there anywhere else like international that you're like, man, I really want to play there one day?
Everywhere. I want to go everywhere.
Or every continent.
I genuinely don't care. Like, anywhere.
Yeah.
I love it all. Like, I feel like um I've been to Italy once. I've been like Mexico a bunch.
Wow.
But that's about it. Like, and then I feel like I've been all over like Eastern America.
Right.
But it's just like, I don't know. You just learn, like, I feel like you even learn like things that you can't even explain. Just like going somewhere else, somewhere new. Like, you roll up and you're like, what? Like,
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. But I made a rule with myself when I moved to Nashville that I would never say no to travel if it was like possible. So
Any
I'm like,
trip or like anything people
I'll go
pitch.
anywhere. Like,
That
literally, if tomorrow you're like, bro, let's go to Peru, we're driving, I'd be like, let's go.
all right, I'm gonna have to remember that, man. I'll have to remember that.
Why not?
That's cool.
Like,
I think that's the perfect perspective, dude. You've you were talking about your goals for in like with travel and just in music in general for 2021, but this year itself has been a pretty big step for you. I don't know if you had put out music before and have taken it down, but all of the music that's on Spotify right now, the like 4 songs you've got out are all from
yeah,
this year, all from this like half a year, right? Or like starting in May, I think, with Cherry
yeah,
Coke, right?
yeah.
That's crazy. That's a
It
big
is
step,
crazy.
right? And some of the
I
songs have
have
been
put
doing
out.
great too. Like the flipping Cherry Coke soda
Yeah,
has 366,000 streams. That's like insane, dude.
jeez, that is crazy, man. Damn. I like I have put out music before, and some of it was good, some of it was so awful. Uh, um, and but I don't. I think this is the first music that I have put out that I really like actually believe in. Like,
Yeah.
I think in the past I was putting out stuff that like I was either just experimenting or I was trying to impress somebody else, which ironically like made it worse.
Yeah,
So
right.
uh, I remember like felt like I kind of like woke up in a sense like the beginning of this year, and I was like, damn, like this is what I want to make. Like, this is the kind of music that I really want to make. And I'd
Hmm.
been working on most of these songs already, or I'd like, yeah, for the most part, yeah. And So I was like, damn, like, but it kind of scared me a lot to like make something pop, I guess. Like, I mean, I don't even know like what people would consider my music, but to me, it's pop of some sort. It's like indie pop,
Totally.
maybe.
Yeah. Indie pop. Yeah,
And
totally.
I was like, I was kind of like ashamed to put out like pop, which is so weird. Like, whatever. Like, no one
Right.
even knows who I am or cares. Like, but I, for some reason, that was so hard for me to do. And I was like, no, this is like what I want to do. Like, this is natural. This is so natural for me to make. So I just did it. I don't know.
Good
And
for
I
you,
think
man.
that's like the biggest point is like, I actually believe in this music, because sometimes in the past, like I put something out or some of my friends have put stuff out. And like, if you don't believe in it, it's hard. Like everything else becomes so annoying to do and like awful to do. Like, oh, you got to post about it. Oh, you got to tell people about it. Like
Yeah.
if you don't love the song, then you're never going to do the work to make it, or to get it to people.
Totally. That's so true. Even like with playing shows, you can still have a really good show if you're not feeling like with the old music, like with whatever you feel like isn't really as inspired as much or they don't really dig as much. You can still get up there and rock out and get a crowd interacting like, yo, that was fun. But when you really believe in the music you're making and you just like, it is so much more meaningful to just be up
Oh,
there presenting it
absolutely.
to people because you're like, hey, I want you to hear this. I'm really proud of this. It's cool.
Making shapes with my hair. Sorry.
Dude, your hair is amazing. Do you bleach it or what? Like, it
It's
looks
natural.
platinum.
No, I'm kidding.
Really?
Yeah, I just bleach it.
Dude, it looks cool. Is this you in the? I haven't looked at it super closely. Is this you in the cherry Coke soda
Yes,
cover?
sir.
Is your hair really pink like that for a while?
Yeah. If you go to my Instagram, you'll find some more.
Dude, it looks really cool.
It was a look for a bit. I might do it
Man,
again. It was really fun. Let me get this charger.
your IG has. I don't see any pictures of you with pink hair. Oh, but they're all
Oh, they're all
grids. Oh, I see.
hidden. They're all
Yeah.
hidden.
Oh, cool. That's a really cool idea. Lazy town. That's cool, dude. It looks great. Um,
Thanks.
yeah, dude. I love your music. I think it sounds great. I'm excited to hear what you do next. I'm excited for 2021, as you said,
Let's go.
as you've got new goals and plans. Anything else you're like going to be working on, like music wise, or just besides? I think you said interacting more on social media. Big step, trying to
Yeah,
like be more uh on the game on there. But like anything else you're rolling out for the new year? Any new plans or anything?
a lot more this year than I've ever done. For sure. We got Chase Denton, who's the boy of all them. He's making a bunch of videos. We got a couple of videos coming out, and we're gonna make
Cool.
more. He's a mad genius.
And
He's
you're gonna be
crazy.
doing music videos,
Huh?
like doing like music videos.
Yeah, music videos, anything. We've got a couple of things coming, and a lot of music. I have enough songs for a whole project. I'm just figuring out exactly what I'm gonna do with them, but
Cool.
there's a lot.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to hear and see what you got cooking up.
Thanks, man. Thanks. What about you, man? What you got coming next year?
Man, okay, next year I
Hit
want to
me, hit me
throw
with hit me with the freeze plan.
I want to be able, if things open up again, I want to be able to do my next space prom, my next freeze fest.
Oh,
Um,
dude, I never got to go to one of those. Just like
dude,
out of circumstance.
no worries, man. Hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully the world will
Dude,
get back together and we can do more
I
stuff.
really want to go to one. That'd be crazy.
That would be, dude. I'm really trying to grow them both. And Freeze Fest, I'm really trying to grow this like camping festival. This like bigger. Space Prom's more like one night for a couple hours, but
Right.
um, I want to tour. I want to play more shows than I've ever played in a year. I want to play like 150 shows in 2021. But
Let's go.
I'm gonna have a late start, because it might be only half a year. But when it opens, I want to never come home, and I want to put out. I want to be prolific with music. I want to like make too much music. I'm tired of being so slow with my music output because I just get so nervous about it. And I don't know, just like the actual release process, it just everything fights it down. I like the
Right.
song is like this, it's like this comet and it's like burning hot. I'm like, oh, I love this song. And then every
Yeah.
weeks to get it to getting out. By the end, I'm just like, I don't even want to put this out. And then I'm like, man, come on, like,
Dude, I'm with you. I'm
it's
with
so
you.
frustrating.
I'm literally, oh, dude, yeah. We're on the same page.
Yeah,
But sometimes you just got to push through, believe in it.
you're right, dude. You're right. I need to believe in it. And I don't know. I mean, I will say, like, I'll try to keep it short, but like a synopsis is like, I feel like since 2016, um, which was like my freshman year, um, I've really just been on this tour game. Like I found out that like how much I love touring, and I've just been trying to grow my music almost exclusively through performing. So this year, starting when everything hit with quarantine, I felt like I've started over. Like it's been incredibly frustrating because I was starting to like see the fruits of that labor of like tour labor, and then
Yeah.
to just turn around and be like, oh, I'm like a day one YouTuber slash I'm on TikTok, and it's like I'm on Instagram, and
Wait,
I'm
are
like,
you on TikTok?
yeah, I
Are
mean, I
you
make
making
funny
TikTok
stuff.
videos?
Yeah, just like 8-second goofy
Oh, dude, I'm gonna follow
nonsensical
you.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, I'll find you on there too. But I feel like I never focused on any of that, and so it's frustrating because I feel like I'm like a freshman again. Like I'm a freshman living in a non-tour world of like, how do you make it in the music industry without performing? Because I never faced that question because
Right,
I just
right,
knew to me touring is the way to do it. So
right.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah. So but anyway, hopefully I can continue to learn and implement. And by the time that quarantine is over and touring begins again, I will still have learned the all this brunt work of like, graphic design and podcasting and all these things that like I would have never like done as much if I could have just been touring. But I always
Right.
wanted to
No,
do,
I
you
feel the
know?
same way. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think this time is great for, like you said, like you just have to learn some of these things that maybe none of us wanted to learn or figure out, but
Yeah,
like now we have to. And once we get
totally.
on the road, we'll be doing both, and it can't
Yeah.
stop us.
I definitely am inspired by what your dad said and what you've been trying to do. I've been trying myself to work as hard as I can. Some days I just can't, and it frustrates me
Yeah.
because I like to think of myself as having a pretty good work ethic, and then some days I wake up during quarantine, I'm just like, why do anything? You know what I mean? Like I have no idea what I'm working towards, but I'm
Right. Well, you gotta
trying.
take care of yourself too. You can't run yourself to the ground either.
Yeah, you're right. I like to I want to run myself to the ground. That's what I like to do, which is not healthy. I need to take
Oh, I do.
care of
Yeah, I
myself.
do it too often because then I'll work like too hard or spend too much time on one song, and then I just like don't even want to make music. I'm like, I'm done. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm done.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. There was this guy I was kind of learning from. He's a little bit older than me, and he's one of the hardest working and most accomplished people I know. Like his work ethic and understanding is like unbelievable. And I was taken aback by it, and I was like, "How do you work so hard?" And he said he was like, "I don't work past 5 p.m. every day." And I was like, "That's crazy," because to me that's so much lost time. But
Right.
he was like, "No, I'm more productive because when I wake up and I open up my laptop and I get going on, 'cause he does like record label stuff. He was like, I work like a dog, and then when I'm done, I'm done." And he was like, I used to just work until midnight, and then I would just burn out, and I would become so slow. Like my work flow would be so slow because it just felt so laborious and monotonous and
Right.
just dismal. And so that's always stuck with me.
I
I
like
don't do
that.
that. I
Yeah.
still push myself, into the late night sometimes. But also, I sometimes I wake up and I feel like I'm uninspired. So maybe if I had more of a structure or like or limitations and balance, you know, maybe I'd be healthier and more productive too.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I really like that because
It's
sometimes it's
inspiring.
intimidating when you're like, I have the entire day to like do something, to
Yeah,
make some crazy song or some crazy video or something.
it's almost too much
I
time.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's one of like the most successful friends I've got, and he's like signed and stuff. But he like was frustrated because he felt like the label gave him too much time and too much money. He was like paying his rent, and he was like, I just have to make a masterpiece album now. And then he was like, I need somebody to tell me when it's due. He's like, I need a deadline. Like, he's like, I'm just gonna
Right.
keep making this and doing edits and new mixes. And he's like, I just don't know if it'll ever, he's like, it will never be done. You know, he's like, I need the limitation. I need balance.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm
Dude,
a I'm I'm
it,
a I'm gonna keep that in mind.
yeah, please do. And let me know how it goes. Cause I'm still learning myself. We've reached the end of our hour, but is there anything else that we should, you have any other questions or anything else you want to mention or talk about or plug or ask or
Um,
anything?
Not specifically. Oh, yo. This has nothing to do with anything we've talked about. Have have you uh have you ever like gone into the world online of grime music?
Grime? I don't think so. I don't think I've heard of
Yo, this is crazy, bro. Uh,
grime music.
okay, do you know who you're on TikTok? So you got to know who Millie B is. Do you know who Millie B is?
I actually don't know.
It's
Wait.
that one song that's like M to the B, M to the B, M to the B, da, da, da,
Okay.
da.
Oh, okay. Millie B, music artist
Okay,
from TikTok.
check this out. I can't tell you if I like it or if I hate it, but because I genuinely don't know. But there are these 12-year-olds who are getting famous in Blackpool, England, for sending diss tracks to each other online, and they're getting big, and they say the craziest shit. Like, oh my god, like it's like a 12, like stuff I would never even say if I was angry. I'm like, it's crazy, and they're getting famous from it. It's nuts. So look up.
How do you follow the whole T? Like, how do you follow this?
Um,
How do you
some
get
of it's a
involved?
lot of it happened on TikTok a while back, but or that's how I think it came to America or something like that. But I just watched uh I just watched this noisy documentary. It's like 30 minutes on grime music, and this guy just goes
Whoa,
there and talks to some of these people, and it's nuts, dude. These people are crazy.
that's cool.
Like
Okay,
I
I think I
like
found it. Yeah, yeah, on Noisy. Blackpool, the controversial rise of Blackpool grime. Is that it?
yeah, it's nuts. Like some of it makes me so mad. Some of it, I'm like, yo, this is dope.
Wow, I gotta check this out, dude. This is totally
But
new
they're
cultural
nuts,
for
and
me.
they're just like running. They're like 12. Like they
Whoa.
haven't even hit puberty yet. They're like, and they're sending these diss tracks. It's nuts. It's nuts. But that was it.
Dude,
I want to know because if you knew about that, I felt like I got to hear
well, I do now. I gotta
some
check it
freeze
out.
opinions.
Yeah, thank you for telling me about it. That's cool, man. I appreciate you taking time to talk to me today, man. Thanks for listening to Fun Zone, man. Thank you for supporting it. I appreciate you watching some of the episodes and stuff.
Absolutely.
Um, for anybody listening or watching who's not already, you can follow you as it's Sam I am Soto on Instagram.
Sam Soto. Let's go.
Sam I am Soto. You can follow him on Spotify, where he's got, or probably any streaming platform. You've got 4 songs out from this year that are all great. And if you're Sam's friend listening, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the show, and and who should I bring on next? You got any suggestions?
Oh, I would love to see you talk to Blake Ruby,
Cool. Okay.
but
I might have
if
to
may
get his number or something from you.
yeah, I'll send you some contact info. But he's like a secret legend in Belmont. Like everyone in Belmont, I think knows about him. But um, yeah, I don't know.
That's cool. I've heard about him like ever since he moved here. I heard he was like a DIY king in like Maryland or something. And also the
Yeah.
bands I play with over there, I think are friends with him. I can't remember
Oh,
who,
I'm sure.
but yeah, they like speak really highly of him. So
Yeah, he's a
I just
great guy.
messaged you for his number on Instagram. So
All right, yeah, I'll send it over.
cool, man. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. It's been
Yeah,
really good getting
absolutely,
to
man.
meet you, man.
I know. I'm glad we did this, man.
Yeah. See you again soon, I hope.
Absolutely.
Peace out.
Peace.
Word. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching or listening to Fun Zone. Means the world to me. That was awesome. That was Sam Soto. Yeah, follow him, follow me, keep in touch with us. I'd love to be your friend. And Thank you so much for supporting Fun Zone. It's been something that's brought me a lot of purpose and joy over quarantine, getting to meet new people, which I normally do through tour, and just learn about new people and their music and their story. There's so many inspiring people here in Nashville doing music, art, or all types of people all across the world. And yeah, thanks, y'all. Have a great night. Bye bye.